Hello, hello. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Let me know you're here if you didn't catch it live. Say hey when you're hopping on. How are you doing today? Let me know in the comments. Happy motherfucking Monday. So, this topic came up for me because I've been, doing the work for since I really want to say since September of 2012, within that range, within August, September of 2012, that's when I really started my conscious journey of doing the work. And I I really was thinking about how everyone is an expert these days, which is cool. Like everybody has gifts, everybody's really good at something. And, there was this time in 2020 where I was like watching all the COVID stuff happen. And all of a sudden, everybody was like a spiritually enlightened person on TikTok and they had like all this value to give. And it was really bothering me because I take what I do seriously, and people speaking prematurely or sharing ideas and belief systems prematurely or without trauma informed, or without even just having any type of training. It just kind of scared me, really. And I remember I spoke a lot on what it means to do the work, what it really means to do the work, because there's just so many people who say the certain keywords or point out the certain key patterns like shadow work or energy work. And it's like, it's not anybody's fault. It's just like, don't get caught into the illusion that, because this person has 300,000 followers and, on TikTok, and they make reels about spirituality, means that they can help you heal your trauma, you know? Hey, say hey when you're hopping on. Let me know you're here. So, really, what I've learned in the past life, in a past life and in the now, what I have learned is that your trauma is stored in your physical body. So that's why I started working with chakras, is because chakras are like energetic vortexes that magnetize to them certain types of energy. So like energies around worth, energies around survival, energies around creativity, energies around expression, energies around self-concept. Your certain chakra system or the certain chakra attracts energies to it. And when you're young, you're an open slate. So your chakras are being programmed as to what they believe they should attract when you're young. And when you go through trauma, or when you go through certain types of experiences that program you to believe that the not self, or like the unaligned self, is who you're supposed to be, your nervous system then starts to live in fight or flight. So for instance, you know, say that your parents lost their home when you were a kid, and you have a fear of buying a home because you don't want to lose a home. That is stored, those memories are stored in your nervous system. And I really truly am 100% believer of mind body soul connection. Your soul remembers that energy too. And taking it even further, taking it even into past lives, like energy is never created or destroyed. There's things in past lives your soul experienced that it hasn't healed from yet either, that can block you from really being in your feminine state, being in your receptivity, being in your flow, being in your dream. Like that's why Pisces is a water sign, because your dreams are just supposed to flow to you. They really truly are. They're just supposed to naturally occur, naturally flow, naturally be created. But when we have all these blocks in our subconscious, it's like rivers, it's like rocks in the river, And it's like your subconscious block is that rock that's just impeding the flow. And you can't go through it, you got to go around it, or you just got to move it out of the way. And this full moon is really about transmuting energy. And I believe that's where doing the work comes in. If you haven't ever experienced energy work, I highly suggest that you do, whether it be hypnotherapy, whether it be chakra work, Reiki, whether it be neuro linguistic practice, EFT tapping, whatever works for you. You have to remove these beliefs, these thoughts, these feelings, these memories that you may not even consciously remember from your subconscious in some way. In some way. Western medicine likes to just numb that stuff and to just keep us complacent. But when we're coming into holistic healing and we're coming into coaching and we're coming into creating miracles, what's really being called for us is to take radical responsibility for our healing. And that is the number one thing you have to do. When people say doing the work, that's what they mean. They mean like they are taking 100% radical responsibility for their life, and that they are in charge of this life force, they are in charge of this flow, and they're in their power. And even if they have things going on, they're going to utilize their power, they're going to utilize their confidence, they're going to utilize their feelings of worthiness to help that part of themselves. Virgo energy is all about, perfection, and perfection necessarily isn't bad. And perfect doesn't exist in the forms that human wants to think that it exists. Perfect is not a state of being. Rather, it's a concept that's just not real, because nobody's perfect, right? Nobody has no problems whatsoever, right? Even if you have perfect health, guarantee you have a problem somewhere in your life that you need to solve. But the thing is that that's why people say the work is never done. You're not going to solve your problems with a loud inner critic. You're not going to solve your problems with a loud inner critic. You have to turn that inner critic into an inner coach. And that's why you receive coaching. That's why you receive from other people. That's why you receive support to receive. You know what I'm saying? Receiving is so important, and learning to trust again after trauma, learning to trust after betrayal, learning to trust after, experiencing people that are just not loyal, learning to trust life again after feeling betrayed by life is a huge part of healing your nervous system. Your nervous system can't relax if you are not in a state of parasympathetic, if you're not in a state of full on trust that you're safe, that you're secure, that you can express yourself, that you can create how you want, that you're receiving what you desire, that the people that you want in your life are here for you and support you. If you don't really truly feel that, that is a part of your work. And that is a part of your work around your self-worth. Okay, I've been talking a lot about the difference between worth and value. They are not the same thing. And many coaches I've seen in the past 7 years online have said, charge your worth, charge your worth, charge your worth. And I understand what they mean by that. They're saying, like, value your service properly. Don't undervalue your service out of fear of other people not wanting to pay for it. And what you have to understand about healing and coaching is that transformation is literally fucking priceless. And when you have a bunch of tools and you have a bunch of experience and you can accelerate people's journeys and you can help them get where they want to go faster, that is a high value offer. Therefore, it should be at a high price, because only certain people are going to invest in that, and they're going to value that properly. Does that make sense? But your worth is an inherent thing inside you. And if your worth has been damaged by things that have happened in your life, if you were abused in any type of way, if you were told that you weren't worthy, if you have any feelings of not enoughness, you will attract other people that also feel that. And then they won't properly value you. You won't make sales. You won't connect with the right people when you don't feel worthy of that, of doing that. But that has nothing to do with the value of your service. And this is really important to understand in doing the work, because you can't charge your worth. Your worth is inherent. Your worth is immeasurable. And what you really need to understand about worth is that it's a feeling. It's a feeling, and it's an inner knowing that if I dream it, it's mine. Therefore, I can have it. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to become. I can be myself, and I can get paid for it. That is worth. Value is like, okay, here's this, here's this, here's this. You're quantifying your value based on the tools you give to others and the experience you provide for people, right? And the level of transformation that's going to happen in those containers, especially when you're selling coaching and healing. And this has to do with doing the work, because it's like you have to understand these feminine concepts. Like, it's all about feeling your way into the dream, right? Feel your way into the dream. You can't feel your way into the dream if you're feeling unworthy. And if you're feeling unworthy and you don't even know you're feeling unworthy because you're in the story that you've already done the work and you're just in frustration and you're like, why but is it not coming? Go back, reevaluate what's happening inside yourself, reevaluate the stories your inner child is still playing, reevaluate the attachments you feel. One way that I really reevaluate is I do a body scan. So I scan my whole entire anatomy energetically and mentally. So I'm mentally tuning into my body and I'm like, okay, what parts of me are holding on to tension? Okay, why am I holding on to tension there? And then I ask myself why I'm holding on to tension there. Give me some hearts if you know who Louise Hay is. Louise Hay is amazing. If you don't know her, you definitely need to know her because she is literally the OG of healing. She started doing healing work before healing work was even a fucking thing. She is no longer with us, RIP Louise, but she lived a very amazing life and she's a very powerful transformational healer. And she talks about the mind body connection and how certain emotions are stored in certain organs and certain systems in our body. And so that's the chakras, right? If you're experiencing low back pain, you're having a sacral chakra block. You're blocking yourself from receiving. If you're having throat issues, there's words that you're holding back. There's anger that you're holding back. You're having an expression issue. Doing the body scan is really important in doing the work and healing, and any great healer knows that for sure. Let me know some of the ways that you like to heal. Put in the comments right now. What are some of the ways that you like to do the work? I really want to express that doing the work is like beyond burning sage and doing plant medicine and sitting in ceremony. It's beyond that. It is an internal action that you take or an inaction you take on the daily to become something better than what you are right now or to heal and become who are you supposed to be. You know, this is not, it's like, I just get really annoyed sometimes with how trendy it is to be a spiritual healer or how trendy it is to like do these things. And like cultural appropriation's real, right? Like people who are not really truly connecting to the medicine of their ancestry and their culture and are seeking all these other ways of doing and being. Like that to me is like not doing the work. Like, it's you can easily use your spirituality as an escape, you guys, on facts. Like doing the work is literally changing your DNA line. You're taking what's in you and you're transmuting it into something better, right? And that includes all the karmic patterns you inherited. That includes all the karmic patterns of your soul and your mom and your dad and your grandma and your grandpa and your grandma and your grandpa on both sides and the whole lineage, right? And that is why I do the 33 chakra work, is because that is the DNA activation. That is the activation of me remembering who I am and then taking the action to become that, you know? It's not just working with 1/3 of the energetic anatomy of the body. It's working with the whole energetic anatomy of the body. And I really feel like we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful, you know, of what we're being called to do. You know, I truly believe that the best way to teach something is to have the experience and become it. And once you've become that, that is something that you can share with the world. It's embodiment, right? Like that's literally the definition of embodiment, is like you've had the experience and you've became the experience. Like people who I know, I'm thinking about people that serve combo. Like people who I know that serve combo, who are like really good combo servers, they literally look like the frog. Like I met this one woman who serves combo and like she literally is the fucking frog. Like that is embodiment in her medicine. And like so for me, like I'm embodied in this 33 chakra energy work. Like I am 33 chakra energy work. I am astrology. I am self-help. I am self-transformation. I am a coach. And I have those things in me. And I activate my inner coach so that my outer coach can be just as good, right? Sometimes my outer coach activates my inner coach. Sometimes I'm in a coaching session and I'm like, damn, girl, that was some wisdom right fucking there. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been doing a session and you blew your own mind on what was coming out of your mouth. It's because when we do the feminine work, we don't force it. That's something I learned so early on in energy work, is that it wasn't me. I had nothing to force. All I needed to do was follow the protocol of the steps on how to give Reiki that I was taught. I just had to become the channel for it, and I had to set the intention, and I had to send the light. And setting the intention and setting the light is more than enough. And through doing this for the past 10 years of my life now, I I remember when I used to do energy work, it used to feel so heavy, and like I would get a headache. It was really intense when I used to do energy work. And like now I do energy work, and it's just like routine. And it's not like complacency, it's like mastery. It's just mastery. It's like, this is what's happening. This is what happens when you come into my aura. Like, you're just activated in your higher chakras. And if you haven't been in my free challenge that's been happening for the past 26 days, literally free fucking value, like over $10,000 worth of value for free on facts, you guys. Get in my group. I'll put it right here right now. The 33 chakra business breakthrough challenge. It's not going to stay there. So we're on day 26. I think after day 33, I'm going to leave it up for 2 days, and then I'm going to take everything down, and I'm going to utilize all the content I made and sell it. So be sure to get the content for free now. Be sure to get the content for free now. I think some of the things you have to remember is like, when not forcing, rather flowing, there's a sense of ease that comes with it. Have you ever floated down a river? Let me know in the comments if you've ever floated down a river before. So when you float down a river, there's a sense of ease that comes with the water just carrying you, and like that is like literally the essence of life. Like, life literally just carries you where you need to go, where you need to be, who you need to be in front of, how you need to be in front of them, what you need to say, what you need to sell, what you need to give, what you need to receive. Life will carry you when you trust the flow. But when you're not trusting, you're going to try to force, you're going to try to go against, you're going to resist, you're going to create a block. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the work is learning how to chill the fuck out. That's the work. Like, literally learning how to be a normal homeostasis, imbalanced person. Like, it's literally supposed to just be normal for all of us to have a shit ton of money, for all of us to feel really, really good in ourselves, for all of us to be in alignment and serving our soul purpose and meeting with the right people that want to pay us to just be us. And large sums of money are for you, and large sums of money are for me. And like, we can literally live in a world of harmony and bliss. But the majority of the world and the majority of the people who are in control of, media and all the things, are consciously creating resistance to that type of harmony and flow. And like, it is the most rebellious thing you could do right now, is to choose to be at peace. The most rebellious thing you could do right now is to choose to be at peace, and to choose to trust, and to choose to relentlessly be positive. That's what I wrote in my journal this morning. I wrote, I'm going to be relentlessly positive. Like, I was writing out some limiting beliefs around a goal that I want to reach. And like, it was like, I was just letting my negative voice be heard, and I was crossing out the negativity. And then like, I just, in this moment, in one of these sentences, I was like, I'm going to be relentlessly positive about every single one of my goals. Like, relentless about it. Like, I'm not going to let anything inside myself or outside of myself tell me that I can't have the thing I desire. I'm going to be relentlessly positive about that, right? Let me know if that resonates. Let me know if you feel that. Floating down the river is the best. It is literally one of the greatest teachers I've ever had, is the river. I love swimming in the rivers in the summer. Fall's coming. Things are shifting here in the seasons, and it's nice. And I'm ready for fall and winter, and then my birthday. And I actually have a pretty exciting group offer coming up. It's going to be an in-person retreat, a sacred medicine mastermind. I'm going to be launching it, but not ready yet. It's going to be in December, though, for the solstice. And 15 women are going to get to come to Portland for a sacred medicine mastermind. And it's going to be really amazing. Yeah. The receiving part, though, is about, I can't say it enough. I can't be relentless about it enough. Like, it's about relaxing. You have to be in a fully relaxed state in order to receive anything, in order to receive the best massage of your life, in order to receive good sex, like in order to receive money. You have to be chill. Like, being chill is probably the greatest thing you could do for yourself. And that comes from letting go. That really comes from letting go. Um, Relentlessness, though, is really about not giving up even when. Not taking no for a fucking answer. Like, just being heavily, exactly like Macy said, she said the word devotion. Devotion is radical responsibility and dedication combined. Like, when you devote something, like, I am literally devoted to being Lightworker Live. I have done this. I have shown up on this platform for 7 years straight. Like, I am devoted. Even when I said I was going to stop, I was still fucking devoted. Even when I said I was going to stop and get a job, and I did stop and I did stop. I was still seeing clients. I was still posting. I was still calling in people. I was still selling, quote unquote, stopped, right? It's because that I made a vow a long time ago that I would serve my purpose and get paid for it. And that was it. And like, that's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to sell my soul to make money, and neither are you. Like, neither the fuck are you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really what I want to support people in my Voxer program right now. I have 3 spaces open to coach with me for 8 weeks via Voxer, which is a walkie-talkie app. So we don't meet on Zoom, but we literally talk every single day, 24/7, for 56 days straight. I'm in your Voxer coaching you to your next level, and it's only $888, so that's $111 a week for unlimited 24/7 access to me. Send me a DM if you want to sign up for that, but it's really for my people who want to build the dream and just need those daily constant reminders. Like, the relentlessness needs to be activated in you, and I can literally send you meditations, send you energy work. I can send you any intuitive guidance I get from you, which is fucking heavy. As a reflector, my intuition is just so on point. It just flows through me. Every single one of my clients is like, dang, you're always so wise, you're always so on point. And it's one of my gifts, and I want to share it with you. If you want to get where you want to be, send me a DM to coach with me in Voxer. I have 3 spaces open for that. I am still taking on private sacred medicine journeys. If you want to come to Portland and sit with me for 4 days as we do sacred plant medicine together, send me a DM about that. If you are ready to coach with me for 6 months one-on-one, and you want to become an energy anatomy expert, and you want to learn the 33 chakras, and you want to learn how to do DNA activations, how this spiritual stuff literally works on an energetic anatomical level, like, you're about to become a spiritual scientist, a spiritual surgeon, and learn how to run a 5, 6, 7-figure business. This is a high level investment, $5,555 investment. Send me a DM about that. And don't forget, my program, Receiving, it's a 1-year mastermind with me. We have 5 in-person weekends together. We have 5 Zoom calls a month. This is a highly intensive program for one really powerful, creative woman that wants to take her business, her life, her relationship, herself to the next level. Receiving, healing your relationship with money, mother, and men. Woo! I cannot wait to serve on that. That's a really high level program. It's a 5-figure investment. Send me a DM if you're called to do that. But back to what I was saying here, with the feminine flow, everybody's feminine expresses itself differently, but the common thread in each and everyone's feminine is that there is a certain level of beingness. Like, you just know how to be. And so, like, when I say you gotta be chill, it's literally a sense of being inside you. Like, I need to relax. I need to be in myself. Like, how many of us just have felt so disconnected? And even if you've been doing the work for a while, even if you have been showing up, even if you have been, like, there's gaps, like, nobody has it all figured out, you guys. If you're watching me and think I have it all figured out, no. If you're watching someone else and you think they have it all figured out, no. Everybody has work. Like, you can't give up on yourself. You have to relentlessly go towards the thing. You have to devote yourself to this mission. You came here for a reason, and you're not going to be satisfied not fulfilling that mission. And that's why you're even on this live video right now. It's because there's a part of you that already knows. Like, I'm here for more. I'm here for greatness. I'm here to say yes to my dreams and fulfill them. And you know you can get there. And it's okay to need support. That is a part of your feminine. A part of your feminine is receiving when you say, I need support. And it's your masculine that will provide that support, right? When you go out and get the thing to give the support to yourself, that is your masculine and feminine working together. That's why it's so powerful when you literally invest $5,000 into yourself, is because you've now acknowledged the needs of your feminine, and your masculine has gone out and done the work to provide that for your feminine. That is a harmonious balance in you, you know? Woo, healing these masculine feminine energies is so deep. And that's something that I've learned about the feminine, is like the feminine really has to learn to trust the masculine again. And let me know if you have this experience too. So what I mean by that is like I'm very conscious and aware of what I need and want. And you probably are too. Like desire is feminine energy. Desire is the call to create, right? And the masculine is the part of us that knows how to go out in the world and get what we want, right? The masculine is the part of us that knows how to do a 30-minute live video, that knows how to sell, that knows how to plug in, like that has the strategy, that has the structure, that has the system, that has the step-by-step plan to get where we want to be, right? And the masculine will do the thing, but the feminine has to have the trust and the beingness and the belief and the feeling and the relaxation, so that when the masculine is just doing its thing, the masculine will always just do its thing. If you give your masculine directions, it'll take the direction and you'll take the steps. But if your feminine is not trusting the masculine, trusting that those steps that you're taking, trusting that every live video is reaching the right person, you understand what I'm saying? It's a balance between being and doing. Let me know if that makes sense. It's a balance between you saying, okay, I've done this inner work. I've done the inner work to be, to feel, to know, to have, to trust. Now I'm going to take these steps, and these steps are going to bring what I know in me to be true to me. But if you don't know that your dreams are actually for you and your dreams are actually true for you, if your feminine is still fighting that, oh, I need proof, you know, then it's not you. It's not for you, and it's not something that you need. It's something that you need to release, right? Finding those feelings. That's why, and this is something I teach in when I'm business coaching. Um when I'm business coaching, I teach people like, hey, it's 80% inner work. 80% of business is inner work. It's your inner belief system that you can and that you will. Because guess what? Business is kind of like the wild, wild west. Like, there ain't no rules, really. And especially if you're running an online coaching business that takes zero startup, you just create the value from your knowledge and your expertise, and you don't have to pay anything to start an online coaching business. I've literally, except if you want to, if you want to invest in a coach, which is fucking dope. And you'll probably get there a lot faster, or whatever your journey is. It is where it is. So thank you for attending my TED Talks. Hit me up if you want to work with me one-on-one. Send me a DM. I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.